The day before school registration, I joined a freshman Discord group using an anonymous alt account. As soon as I entered the group, I saw a girl with a lurker avatar asking, "How big are the school dorms? I'm a bit of a germaphobe. Can I donate $1 million to get a single room? What is the campus environment like? Does it have a helipad? My family wants me to come by private helicopter. How is the cafeteria environment at home? We're used to Michelin 3-star chef standards, can't really stomach anything else." The group fell deathly silent. Seeing no one respond, she stubbornly sent another message. "Anyone, there is this group dead. Does the school have private parking? I'm worried my new limited edition Ferrari might get scratched parked off campus." Attached was an outrageously flashy photo of a Ferrari sports car. I laughed. Where did this show off come from? Let me deal with you. My fingers flew across the keyboard. Michelin 3-star chefs are just average, to be honest. My dog quite enjoys their food though. After every meal, he can run 3 laps around my hundreds of acres golf course. Caption: an artistic shot of my sang running on some grass. But I share your troubles. I also don't know where to park my Porsche. Caption: a Porsche photo I stole from Reddit, watermark free version. She didn't catch my sarcasm and continued, "This dog actually shares my taste. Bring it to my 2,000 square meter lavender estate for a walk sometime." Girl, nice car. We got similar taste. I'd be happy to buy 2 parking spots, 1 for you and 1 for me. I replied, "Sure, it's not like it's big money anyway. I'll pass on paying. Our cars parked together would look absolutely killer." "No problem, sis. It's nothing really. We're friends now. The cost of a private parking space is nothing to worry about for people like us, just a drop in the bucket. Honestly, I'm kind of reluctant to drive it to campus. The car is a bit small. And at my full height of 175 it's not exactly comfortable," I continued replying. "You're so right, sis. At my full height of 177 sports cars really don't give enough legroom. Might as well stop driving mine too. I'll just make do with the family S stretch Rolls Royce. That Model S decent too. At least you can stretch your legs. We've got the same one at home. If it comes to it, we can both have our drivers bring those when term starts." I kept the enthusiastic replies coming. "That one do. I absolutely must come by helicopter. It's faster since there's no traffic in the sky," replied the show off. Forgot to mention, I'm actually male. My alt account is set as female with a skydiving girl avatar. Where did these 2 show-offs come from? Are you guys serious? Think you're top 2 on the Forbes rich list or something? I've been watching this for ages. Are we sure this ISNT comedy? Dying of laughter here. You're such a poser. Where did this rich girl come from? If you really own that car, I'll eat my hat. The show-off continued. "I was just asking some perfectly normal questions. Why are you all so worked up? And while I wouldn't claim first or second place, how do you know my family ISNT in the top 10? I chimed in. "Exactly. I was just answering her some perfectly normal questions. Why is everyone so touchy? I can't stand people who put on airs the moment they open their mouths. Sometimes browsing the freshman group chat alone makes me feel so helpless. I want to dial 911. Can we just kick both of them out? I can't stand watching this anymore. Do they both have delusions of grandeur? Attention-seeking posers who brag about Rolls Royces but secretly ride shared bikes should just leave the group already." She stopped talking in the group, so I didn't continue the conversation either. Suddenly a friend request popped up on Discord. It was from that show-off rich girl. I accepted instantly. "Hey, sis, the classmates in the group aren't being very nice to us. Let us chat privately. I actually have the same car as yours, just with different paint. How about I have my dad airlifted here when school starts so we can swap and drive each other's cars?" This girl just wouldn't quit. I replied, "Okay, no problem." The next day during registration, I arrived at the new school riding a shared bike with massive dark circles under my eyes. Yesterday, I had an all-night passionate chat with that show-off, and she straight up declared me her one and only bestie in college, inviting me to meet at the Central Lawn at 10 a.m. today. She even said she'd take me for a spin in her family S helicopter. I laughed. Today, I'm determined to see this braggart make a fool of herself. After checking it was almost 10, I logged into my alt account lightning fast and messaged her, "Girl, where you at? I've been waiting for you at the Central Lawn for ages. Fiona Lee, what color are you wearing?" The reply came instantly. Fiona Lee was the fake name. I gave her my real name is Leo Shaw. I casually made my way to the Central Lawn only to find it completely packed with people. A helicopter was landing precisely in the middle of the crowd of students. A dozen bodyguards kept the dense crowd of onlookers at bay. Through the sea of people, I caught sight of a slender, delicate-looking innocent beauty leaning casually against the helicopter. At that moment, she was glancing impatiently at her phone. "Where are you? Why are you so slow?" My phone vibrated slightly. It was a message from Serafina Vaughn. My mind went completely blank. This rich young lady was actually loaded for real. Was everything this guy said yesterday actually true? So I'm the clown here. "What is the matter, Fiona Lee? Did your crappy car break down halfway? I told you Porsche engines are no good time to upgrade to a Bugatti, don't you think? If you're really in a pinch, just pick one from my garage. I need to clean it out anyway. Consider it a welcome gift from your new bestie." "Hello, whom you still there?" I snapped back to reality, immediately turned and ran while simultaneously logging out of my alt account. Damn, if she finds out I not only lied to her, but am actually a guy, would she fly into a rage and kill me? They say rich people have the weirdest tempers. What if she decides to make me disappear without a trace? I'm still young, I've got elderly parents and a dog to care for. All right, the best strategy is retreat. I quickly grabbed my suitcase and rushed to the dorm where 2 roommates had already arrived. The male dorm rooms are quad occupancy with lofted beds and desks below the window spots were already taken, so I ended up with a bunk by the door. Hey, I'm Henry, and this is Ryan. We'll be roommates from now on. A burly-looking guy greeted me first along with his scrawny buddy beside him. My name is Leo. Shall guess we're dorm brothers now. We chatted while making our beds and unpacking our things. Did you guys know when I was checking earlier, I saw a helicopter parked downstairs with a girl standing beside it. So gorgeous, what is her deal? It seemed this explosive news had already spread across the entire campus, with Ryan being the first to bring it up. My hands froze while making the bed. I saw her too. When I arrived, must be some rich family, heiress, like super rich. But that face of hers, absolutely stunning, total campus belle material, Henry said with hearts in his eyes. Leo, what do you think? The two of them turned to me in unison. I didn't get a good look. The two nodded at my answer and continued their questioning. If I could be your boyfriend, I'd be the luckiest guy alive, gorgeous and loaded, Ryan fantasized. Oh right, this rich girl is one of those show-offs flaunting their wealth in the freshman group chat yesterday, Henry added. What about the other one besides her? I didn't see any other girls arriving in luxury cars, Ryan asked. The corner of my mouth twitched involuntarily. Another one right next to you. Just as the atmosphere became unbearably awkward, our 4th roommate appeared. A guy decked out in head-to-toe designer wear walked in dragging an oversized Louis Vuitton suitcase. He gave the dorm room a disdainful once-over before pinching his nose in disgust. I just came back from studying abroad in the UK. There's absolutely no way I can squeeze into such a cramped, shabby place. What's wrong with my dad, didn't he? I tell him to buy me a standalone villa near the school in advance. How can anyone live here? It's like a slum. What if my high-end luxury items get stolen? I heard some roommates in college steal things. What if my limited edition AJs go missing? The guy gave the 3 of us a disdainful glance. Seriously, are you out of your mind? If you're sick, go see a doctor. This is a university dorm. Who said anything about stealing? Henry fired back heatedly. Be quiet, can you keep it down? I really can't stand breathing the same air as vulgar people like you. We're going to be dorm mates from now on, and we haven't even offended you. Why do you have to speak so harshly? Ryan was also getting angry. Harsh, I'm just telling the truth. You guys come over and help me make my bed. My uncle is a school trustee. If I'm in a good mood, I might even help you get some scholarships or financial aid. Looking at his haughty face, a plan suddenly formed in my mind. Big bro, since you're so wealthy, you wouldn't let us work for free, right? Making the bed cost $2,000 per time deal, if you're okay with it. $2,000, why don't you just rob me? Instead, the guy's expression instantly changed. $2,000 should be just a drop in the bucket for a young master like you. Right, oh no, could it be that the young master can't even afford $2,000? I feigned shock covering my mouth. No problem, poor people just can't hide their poverty-stricken aura. The young master gritted his teeth, looking pained, as he pulled out his phone, added my contact, and transferred me $2,000. Watching the fresh deposit of $2,000, I earnestly and cheerfully helped him make his bed. Only a fool would turn down easy money. I'm Jason King. You can call me Jason, he introduced himself. Although I'll have to squeeze in with you paupers for 4 years of college, as long as you listen to me, I won't treat you badly. My fiancé is the girl you all saw on the lawn today. We're destined to be in a different world from you. So don't even think about trying to climb the social ladder. Stay away from my fiancé. Oh, of course, show-offs end up together. It's no surprise Serafina has someone like Jason Kim as her fiancé. Henry and Ryan watched as Jason Kim transferred me $2,000 without batting an eye, and they started to feel uneasy. If his family was really that wealthy, they couldn't afford to offend him. After dropping his threat, Jason Kim left, leaving the 3 of us in the dorm room, staring at each other in silence. What are you standing around for? A money god fell from the sky. Consider it an early internship. Whatever he asks us to do, we'll just charge him for it today. As my treat, let us hit the school cafeteria. And so I treated my roommates to a lavish 200 cafeteria feast using the $2,000 Jason King had given us. 3 that evening, Jason King didn't return to the dorm, leaving the 3 of us happily enjoying our leisure time. Before bed, I nervously logged into my alt account. Serafina's messages had already piled up to 99. Hey sis, where are you standing me up? I've been waiting on the lawn for a whole hour. Where are you? Is my helicopter not flashy enough for your taste? Fine, since you're the only person I consider a real friend at this school, I'm willing to upgrade to a better one, just for you, okay? Hello, can you say something? Ugh, I let out a long sigh. What is wrong, Leo? Henry asked hypothetically, just hypothetically, if you had a friend who deceived someone else, and that other person considered them their best friend, what would happen if it all turned out to be a lie? I stammered out the question. So you're saying your friend lied to his friend about something, and if he comes clean, how would his friend see him? Henry translated incoherently. Exactly, that's what I meant. Maybe we wouldn't stay friends after that, and there is probably no chance of revenge anyway. Revenge, those 2 words were all that filled my mind. I must never let Serafina know that I'm Leo, Sean, never. The first week of registration was for everyone to familiarize themselves with the environment, and each other no classes were held. Every day, except for meals, I hid in my dorm room, afraid to go out, terrified of running into Serafina with a guilty expression. Jason, Kim, and T returned to the dorm all week, no idea where he'd gone. Henry, Ryan, and I have become close friends, and our favorite thing to do every night is play games and gossip. Did you guys hear someone ran into the helicopter beauty again today? Her name has been dug up, Serafina Vaughn. Apparently, she has been going around every department asking if there's a girl named Fiona. Lee sounds like she got her heart broken, Henry said mysteriously. What two girls sparking romance? Sounds juicy. Tell us more. Ryan S. gossip-loving soul burned with curiosity. Fiona, Lee seems to be the attention seeker in another group chat. They agreed to meet on the lawn, but Fiona ended up standing Serafina up. They're definitely up to something. I thought hiding under my blanket while secretly listening to Henry and Ryan S. gossip, my heart pounding. Wait, ISNT Jason, Kim, Serafina as fiancé. If Serafina likes women, what's the deal with Jason, Kim? Ryan suddenly realized. Rich people have their quirks. We wouldn't understand, Henry replied. And just like that, a week quickly passed, and I officially immersed myself in the thrilling and intense university life. On the first day of class, Jason Kim finally showed up at school with clusters of girls fawning over him. Jason Kim was clearly enjoying the attention, looking at us with smug satisfaction. Don't get any ideas about me. This entire outfit was bought by my fiancé. That watch is only worth $100,000 or so, but not a big deal. The three of us watched him squirm, uncomfortably, barely making it through the required class. For elective courses, I was with them. I chose finance as my minor. The classroom was already sparsely filled with students from other departments. I found a seat in the corner and sat down playing with my phone while waiting for class to start. As gasps erupted in the classroom, I followed the crowd as gaze. Serafina stood conspicuously at the classroom entrance, sauntering in with unhurried steps. I immediately ducked my head beneath the desk. Though there were no photos, I felt inexplicably guilty for no reason. Serafina casually took the seat beside me, drawing successive gasps of astonishment from all around. Whispers followed immediately. Doesn't Serafina have a fiancé? I heard it's Jason Kim from the law department. It's all over campus today. Serafina, it's actually in our class. That goddess-level beauty is insane. Should keep it down, or she'll hear the students' murmurs grew, increasingly noisy, yet I still didn't dare look up. Fiona, Lee, Serafina's gentle voice sounded above my head, though for some reason I detected a hint of gritted teeth in it. I stiffly raised my head and forced a smile. Classmate, my name is Leo Shaw, not Fiona Lee. Leo Shaw, huh? I thought your real name was Fiona Lee. Serafina let out a cold laugh, and I awkwardly joined in with an embarrassed chuckle. Serafina looked me up and down. You've really got the wrong person. Where did you park your limited edition Porsche? I don't understand what you're talking about. Serafina stared intently at my face, laughing in exasperation. She opened our chat interface and directly transferred 52,000 yuan with a real name verification showing Leo the 10th. Funny coincidence, ISNT. I searched through all the school records, and you're the only one named Leo Xiao. I was wrong. I wanted to cry, but had no tears. Seriously, who would thought an heiress like you would post those things in the freshman group like a grade schooler? No normal person would think it was real, right? You deceived me, and then you went missing on me. Did you really think I couldn't find you? I was really wrong. I thought you were joking. Do you know how hot it was yesterday? How much time I wasted standing outside like an idiot waiting for you instead of enjoying the AC, and you didn't even make a sound before disappearing. Sis, I'll be your servant from now on. Okay, let me make it up to you. That's more like it since you're someone I, Serafina, have acknowledged. Even if you're a man, you'll have to be my sister. Serafina snorted coldly. Bruno, sis, please just let me go. Are you saying being friends with me is beneath you? Serafina's expression turned icy. No, not all good. Then here, as a welcome gift, I had my limited edition laser pink Ferrari airlifted here. It's parked in the private spot I bought for you. Serafina tossed a set of keys into my hand. For now, we're bro friends. And so I was forced to accept Serafina's sports car keys and even more reluctantly added her contact information using my real account. 5 back at the dorm, Henry and Ryan immediately cornered me. They pulled up the school's anonymous gossip page, faces full of curiosity. How did you end up sitting with Serafina? Rumor has it she gave you a sport car just to get your contact info. I clicked on the photos on the homepage, candid shots of us from various angles. There was Serafina smirking while I awkwardly smiled back in a captured moment. The headline read, "Wealthy heiress and mysterious young man seen chatting happily." Another snapshot showed Serafina gifting me a sports car with me looking like I was about to cry. The title is Serafina Spends a Fortune for a Mysterious Boy. A snapshot of Serafina scanning my QR code. The title is Serafina Betrays Her Fiancé and Voluntarily Adds Law School Freshman Leo Xiao. Damn, they even dug up my name. You better hide. Jason Kim is about to come back to the dorm to catch you. He is furious after seeing all this, Ryan said anxiously. Just then Serafina sent me a message. Hey, have you eaten? If not, I'll take you out of my new Bugatti Veyron. Image a flashy photo of a red sports car. Just bought this new ride way smoother to drive than a Ferrari. Honestly, Ferrari engines can't hold a candle to Bugatti S. Try it yourself, and you'll see. And about that debate we had, I was totally right. Fine, if you want T drive yours, take the one. I gifted you We Can Race. If you want, just call my dad to book the track for us. I'm not hungry right now. We'll eat later. Also, I already told you, I was just showing off before. Why are you still arguing about whether Ferrari or Bugatti has the better engine? Well, who else am I supposed to debate with? You're the first person who actually talked back to me. Everyone else just nods and says I'm right. You're the only one who disagrees. Who else would I talk to? None of that matters. Take a couple laps and you'll know which engine is better. If you're hungry, let us grab a bite. I can't stand eating at the school cafeteria for another day. Before I could reply, Jason Jean stormed into the dorm room. Leo Xiao, what's going on between you and Sierra? You're sneaking around with my fiancé behind my back, you bastard. Didn't I warn you not to try climbing above your station? You dare to add Sierra's contact. Do you not want to stay at this school anymore? I order you to delete her contact immediately. You lowly, penniless nobody, how dare you stand next to Sierra? I originally didn't want to get too involved with Serafina, but hearing Jason Jean say that made me a little angry. First of all, it was your fiancé who added me. Are you blind? Secondly, we haven't crossed any boundaries. If you're angry, you can just have your fiancé cut ties with me. Lastly, whether I can stay at this school, isn't something you can decide with a single word, young master. After this outburst, I felt my mental state stabilize considerably. People like you, so poor and pathetic, just can't understand reason. Don't think. I don't know what is going through your minds. Do you really think Sierra would ever look twice at a pauper like you? Do you think you can climb the social ladder by clinging to Sierra? Take a good look in a mirror. Do you even deserve her? You have 3 days to cut all ties with Sierra. If you don't prepare to be expelled, understood? Sitting on my bed, I pondered, what if I really get expelled because of him in 3 days? Would I have to slink back home in disgrace and call my parents in tears? Isn't it a bit embarrassing to still rely on mom and dad to solve problems at this age? Well, cat, got your tongue. As long as you obediently admit your mistake, I might be magnanimous enough to forgive you. After all, I can understand a poor boy trying to climb the social ladder, Jason Jean said, thinking I was scared, which made him even more smug. Henry and Ryan beside me were so intimidated by this situation that they didn't know what to say. $5 million received via Venmo. It was my phone's ringtone for voice call. Serafina was calling. Jason Jean sneered. Even the ringtones poor people use are so tacky. I hadn't intended to answer, but picked up out of spite and even put it on speakerphone. Perfect, Serafina. Didn't you say you treated me like a sister? Let us see how your fiancé bullies your sister. Hey, Leo Xiao, why aren't you replying to my messages? Going ghost on me again. Sarah. Jason Jean excitedly snatched the phone. Who are you? It's Jason, your fiancé. We were childhood sweethearts arranged by our families. What Jason Statham nonsense is this? Don't know you since. When does just anyone get to talk to me? Give the phone back to Leo Xiao right now, Serafina said impatiently. Sarah. Jason Kim said pitifully, how can you say that this marriage arrangement was set by your grandfather? My grandfather is my grandfather, and I am me, even if it's real. I won Team Mary. Got it. Who the hell do you think you're? Get Leo on the phone now. Serafina, my damn name is Leo Shaw, not Leo. The first exploded in anger. Fine, Leo Shaw, come out with me to test drive my new sports car. I'll pick you up downstairs at your dorm in 10 minutes. Sarah, how could you go on a date with another man? Jason Kim still refused to give up. Mr. I know you stop calling me Sarah all the time. No wonder people keep asking about me and my fiancé. Recently turns out it was you spreading rumors. If you dare spread lies about me again, don't blame me for being impolite. With that, Serafina hung up. Jason Kim glared at me before storming out of the dorm. What on earth is going on? Henry asked nervously. It's a long story, so I spent 10 minutes explaining to them how I became one of the 2 most conspicuous freshmen in the group chat. I barely had time to take a sip of water after finishing when Serafina called again. Come downstairs. By the time I got down, Serafina's car was surrounded by male college students. I happened to witness the entire process of a handsome guy asking for Serafina's phone number and getting rejected. Get in, Leo. What, Leo? My name is Leo Xiao. All right, Leo Xiao, sitting in the passenger seat of a Bugatti Veyron for the first time, I still felt somewhat nervous. Don't you think my new car is stunning? That engine roar, that sleek fastback, absolute perfection, right? Staring at Serafina's nearly flawless profile, I couldn't for the life of me understand why she could be such a chatterbox. Isn't the flower on the high peak supposed to be aloof and taciturn, but she is practically a chatterbox, isn't she? I think your car is quite nice, I remarked after giving a thorough once-over, but it's still not as cool as a Porsche. Where are you planning to take me? How about some remote warehouse? My family is in the involuntary human organ donation business. If you say Bugatti Veyron is cool, I'll take you for Japanese teppanyaki. 6. Another long silence ensued. Whatever, someday you'll think Bugatti is cooler. Serafina broke the awkwardness first. So are we going for teppanyaki now? Truth is I'm hungry, but too embarrassed to say it. This time it was Serafina's turn to be speechless. So are we having teppanyaki or not? I asked again persistently. Eat Up the supercar came to a stop in front of what looked like an extremely high-end teppanyaki restaurant. Serafina even opened the car door for me. Well, truth be told, I actually didn't know how to open the door of a supercar. How can you be this dumb? Serafina shot me a disdainful look. I felt somewhat embarrassed. As we entered the teppanyaki restaurant, the waiter smoothly greeted Miss Vaughn and led us to a window side table. It was my first time dining in such a high-end restaurant, wearing an outfit worth less than $500 that clashed terribly with the luxurious decor. Order whatever you like, it's on me, Serafina said as she turned the menu toward me. I felt completely out of my depth. The waiter seemed to notice my discomfort and kindly recommended a few dishes for me. I ate the meal stiffly, and when Serafina paid the bill, I instinctively glanced at the receipt. I barely ate anything, yet spent over $1,000. After dinner, Serafina insisted I accompany her to look at perfumes. Just like that, the two of us walked into the mall together like strangers. Serafina spent money without batting an eye. Whatever the salesperson recommended, she bought. We went in empty-handed, but came out loaded with shopping bags. Back in the car with stuff piled everywhere, I sighed. Helplessly, Serafina, could you not buy so much at once? Why? Serafina tilted her head. You just wanted to buy one bottle of perfume, but we practically emptied the entire perfume counter. Don't you know how small your sports car is? You're right, but aside from the women's perfumes I bought for myself, all the men's perfumes are for you. I was stunned. You're my friend. I thought about it and realized the sports car isn't very original, and you didn't seem particularly thrilled by it. So I asked my dad, and he said it's fine to give perfume to a guy too. You don't need to buy this much, do you? I massaged my temples. You don't like them? I do. Sorry, but money talks. But liking them is one thing. I can't possibly return the favor. If you keep giving me all these things, I sighed. I really appreciate your kindness, but I'll have to decline the perfume, and the sports car will be returned to its rightful owner. Why don't you like any of them? Serafina frowned. I like it, but I shouldn't accept gifts without reason. You're my friend. What's wrong with giving you a little present? Serafina was utterly perplexed. I found myself at a loss for words. Is the world of the wealthy really this simple? In the end, I didn't accept Serafina's gift, and she stubbornly refused to take back the sports car key. Back at the dorm, Henry and Ryan crowded around me. So how was your date with Serafina? Are you two together now? Their gossipy hearts were burning with curiosity. It's not what you think. I pushed them aside and climbed onto the bed by myself. What was it like? The two asked in unison. Let me start this story from the beginning. So you didn't accept even a single bottle? Ryan asked in exasperation after hearing about my day's adventure, as if disappointed by my lack of initiative. Not a single bottle. Confiscated. Idiot ate. Unconsciously, another 3 weeks passed, and the annual student council recruitment began. School life is dull and monotonous. I don't want to join any clubs. I just want to lie around and slack off. Serafina and I would chat every night. At first, she was the one initiating conversations, but later I started reaching out to her too. Mainly because when my mental state gets unstable, it feels pretty good to go a little crazy with her like right now. Damn these student councils. I don't want to join a single one of them. Same here. They're so annoying, sending me emails every day with invitations. Serafina agreed. Well, what do you expect when you're both rich and beautiful? It's only natural you get invitations. You're right about that. No wonder nobody invites you. Must be because you're both ugly and broke. Serafina, I screeched in a voice message. Good night, Leo. Bye, Leo, my ass. Screw you and your grandma. After that meal, Serafina never came looking for me again. We rarely ran into each other at school, either, with most of our conversations happening online. I ended up returning the sports car. Key to her, carrying it around always felt weird. After returning the sports car, interacting with her became much more natural, and gradually I grew accustomed to having her around. Henry and Ryan would always tease me and Serafina, saying that with our perfect match of talent and beauty, we were bound to start dating sooner or later. Occasionally, I pondered the idea. Admittedly, she was indeed beautiful, generous, and wealthy, but the moment I remembered how sharp-tongued she was, I dismissed the thought entirely. Jason Kim never stayed in the dorm, judging by his Instagram. He was either flaunting luxury cars or designer watches, the epitome of a rich second-generation heir. He still occasionally throws shade at me, but I don't indulge his nonsense and always clap back. Perhaps because of Serafina, Jason King's threat to expel me in 3 days never materialized and was completely forgotten. Other than seeing him during public lectures, we basically don't meet at all, which isn't so hard to accept. I don't know when it started, but Serafina has been acting strangely. She went from brainwashing me daily about how the Bugatti Veyron was the coolest to now saying this movie seems well reviewed and she really wants to watch it. After finishing my elective class and returning to the dorm, Jason Jean was unexpectedly there for once. He gave me a disdainful glance, lifted his chin, and declared, starting today, I'm moving back into the dorm after lights out at 10 p.m. None of you are allowed to talk. I'm a light sleeper, and can't tolerate noise. And one more thing, this dorm better be cleaned thoroughly every day. Don't you three forget I'll be pissed if it's not spotless. Some people shooting T think they can do whatever they want just because they latched onto a rich woman. A loser-s fate will always be a loser-s fate. I ignored Jason Jean's tantrum, climbed into bed by myself, put in my earplugs, and started venting to Serafina. Your fiancé, ISNT, quite right in the head, I typed. Leo, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't have a fiancé, Serafina replied, attaching an angry emoji. Starting today, moving into the dorm, my good days are over. Should I have a word with my dad? He knows the principal here. We could get you moved to another dorm, far away from him, Serafina offered. No need. What kind of trouble could he possibly stir up? I sent that message with complete nonchalance, but later I paid the price for that confidence. The next morning after class, back in the dormitory, my bag is gone, Jason Jean shouted in a rage. Several boys from neighboring dorms came over to see what was happening. What bag? Henry asked. I posted it in the school group chat. Didn't you see a limited edition haute couture piece from G, only 10 in the world, worth over 800,000 more than you could earn in several lifetimes. I'm calling the police. Jason Jean, calm down. First, maybe you left it somewhere. When did you lose it? Ryan said. How can I stay calm? This was my birthday present from my dad. It went missing right after morning class. Jason Jean was hopping mad with anxiety. Just then the dorm supervisor and the head of the law department were drawn over by the commotion. What's all this noise about? What's going on? The department head gave us an annoyed glance, though his expression softened when his eyes landed on Jason Jean. Director Jean, my bag worth $800,000 is missing. I'm sure my roommate took it because it looked nice. Jason Jean raised his voice even louder upon seeing the director. Is there some misunderstanding? Are you sure the bag was lost in the dorm? Director Jean asked hesitantly. I'm absolutely certain. I demand everyone's lockers be open for inspection. Before any of us could respond, Jason Jean opened Ryan's locker and began rummaging through it first. That's my locker. Don't throw my clothes around. Ryan urgently tried to stop Jason Jean. Classmate, a clear conscience, fears no false accusations. Let student Jean take a look. Director Jean frowned as he stopped Ryan. Jason Jean rummaged through Ryan's locker until it was completely trashed, then moved on to Henry's. Director Jean, ISNT, this random searching of our lockers violating our privacy rights? I asked. What privacy rights? You're all classmates, and I'm right here. This is a serious theft incident. The school is helping to resolve the matter. Once the search is done at LL, clear your suspicions. 1T, Director Jean said sternly. When he got to my locker, Jason Jean shouted loudly, my bag is in Leo Xiao's locker. This thief, he's a thief. Student Leo Xiao stealing your roommate's bag is extremely despicable behavior. I will report this to the school. Director Jean said furiously. I was completely stunned too. I just came back from class and didn't have a chance to return to the dorm. In between, I didn't take it. That's right, Leo's been with us the whole time. How could he possibly have had time to steal the bag? Ryan said. And why would he put it in his own locker? Director Jean, ISNT, a bit hasty for you to jump to conclusions like this. Henry chimed in. Stop making excuses. Will you normally? You're just jealous of me, but now you're stealing from me too. Leo Xiao, if you like it so much, I could just giving you one, still making excuses. I'm calling the police. Jason Jean looked at me triumphantly. Don't call the police. That would ruin Leo Xiao's future. The school will give him a major disciplinary mark and make him publicly apologize to you at next week's flag raising ceremony. Let us just drop the matter here. Fine, since Director Jean says so. I have no objections, Jason Jean replied. Why? I snapped as I saw classmates outside pointing fingers and filming me. I'm calling the police. I insist on calling the police. There aren't my fingerprints on this bag. I'm reporting this. Report what? Student Kim has already agreed not to press charges. Don't stir up trouble. Just focus on preparing your self-criticism for Monday. If you cause any more trouble, I won't hesitate to recommend your expulsion to the school. Dean Kim said impatiently before leaving the dormitory, dispersing the onlookers on his way out. Still acting smug, what were you thinking when you stole my bag? Jason Kim's triumphant voice rang out. Right now, I feel like even 100 mouths couldn't explain this. Clearly, why should I apologize when I didn't do anything wrong? There's no surveillance in the boys' dorm. The bag was returned to Jason Kim. There are no witnesses, and they won't even let me call the police after today. Not even jumping into the Mississippi River could wash me clean of this. Serafina messaged me, are we going to dinner today? I have something to tell you. Don't want. I'm in a bad mood, I replied. What's wrong? Tell me, so I can enjoy your misery. Seeing her infuriating message only made me feel worse. My fingers flew across the phone keyboard as I typed out every detail of what had just happened. Why does this bag look so familiar? Serafina, as focus completely missed the point of my story. Could you at least try to comfort me? I said indignantly. Wait, this bag looks really familiar. Could you screenshot Jason Statham's Instagram for me to check? I sent Jason Kim's Instagram screenshot to Serafina, but she never replied after that. Shortly after, Jason Kim hurriedly left the dorm with a suitcase no one knew where he was going. Leo, don't feel bad. We believe you. As soon as Jason Kim left, Ryan and Henry immediately came over to comfort me. Sai let out a sigh and gave a bitter laugh. Jason Kim didn't return to the dorm until evening. Ryan and Henry stayed with me all night, telling jokes and talking about life and dreams, which finally helped ease my mood a little. Early the next morning, someone posted a full video of what happened in our dorm on the school's anonymous gossip page, and the comment section was filled with nothing but insults directed at me. They said I didn't learn proper behavior in college and stole others' belongings. Then they dug up the story about me going out to eat with Serafina, who splurged thousands to gift me a sports car. In an instant, labels like gold digger thief and morally corrupt were all slapped onto me. Even walking on campus, people would point fingers and whisper about me. Look, that's the guy who stole someone else's bag. Looks decent enough, but steals behind people's backs. Stop talking, aren't you afraid? He LL here. What if he holds a grudge and steals from you next? Every day, I suffer through classes, only daring to go out wearing a hat, mask, and sunglasses. Teachers and school administrators also viewed me through tinted lenses, while others' pop quizzes were accepted with minor issues. Mine will be scrutinized endlessly over the slightest mistake. Jason Kim never stayed in the dorm again. After that, according to him, he was afraid I might take his belongings once more. He went on a smear campaign across class and school group chats, branding me as a thief. He even spread rumors that his shampoo and body wash were disappearing rapidly, insisting I must be the culprit. Serafina never contacted me again after that day. I wonder if she believed the rumors that I was a thief who stole her fiancé's bag. Although I haven't known Serafina for very long, the thought that she believed the rumors instead of me leaves a bitter taste in my mouth. Monday arrived, and it was time for the flag-raising ceremony. I hadn't prepared a self-criticism statement. When Principal Jean called my name to go on stage and make my self-criticism, I walked up alone and empty-handed. Leo Xiao, where's your self-criticism? Principal Jean demanded sharply. I just kept my head down. Without saying a word, the room was filled with scrutinizing gazes and fingers pointed in my direction. Some even shouted outright, "Thief, get out of our school." I hadn't done it, yet I couldn't prove my innocence. For nothing more than baseless accusations, I was insulted, pointed at, and slandered. Leo Xiao, as long as you publicly apologize to Jason Jean, the school won't expel you. Since there's no substantial financial loss, Jason Jean is willing to give you another chance. Director Jean's voice pierced my ears like a demonic chant, word by word, coaxing me to apologize to Jason Jean in front of the entire school. It was as if she was saying, apologize, apologize, you have no other choice but to apologize. I reluctantly took the microphone Director Jean handed me, but just as I was about to speak, a voice interrupted. Wait a minute. Serafina strode forward with her long legs, and the noisy atmosphere below instantly fell into complete silence. She walked unhurriedly to my side. Just like the day she recognized me, then stopped and took the microphone from my hand. Leo Shaw, didn't do it. Why should he apologize? Serafina's voice was firm yet gentle, her beautiful almond-shaped eyes fixed on me, as if by magic instantly putting me at ease. Student Vaughn, you be quiet. Dean Kim barely began speaking before Serafina cut him off. I've uploaded some things to the university's main Discord group. Everyone can take a look together. First of all, this bag belonging to Jason Jean was purchased by my mother for my father last year, and the bag itself does not belong to Jason Jean. I posted my mother's purchase record in the group chat. If Jason Jean has anything to argue, he can also provide his own purchase record. Secondly, this bag of my father's has been missing since last month, along with some other high-end luxury bags from last year that he didn't use often. It was only on the day Leo Xiao was wrongly accused that our housekeeper found them. Furthermore, there's a video in the group chat showing our housekeeper stealing bags and clothes from our villa last month, as well as footage of Jason Jean freely entering and leaving our home over the past 3 months, staging photos after the housekeeper prepared meals. There's also a recent video of Jason Jean dragging a large suitcase into our house. Alright, there's also a photo of Jason Jean chatting happily with Director Jean. Finally, let me say this. I offered Leo Xiao a sport car worth millions, and he didn't even want it. How could he possibly be interested in your crappy bag worth just $800,000? All you rumor-mongering sheep who spout nonsense should use your brains next time something happens. I've already reported this to the police. Jason Jean is suspected of stealing property worth over $5 million from our family, which qualifies as a major criminal case. After saying this, Serafina grabbed my wrist and pulled me off the podium. Jason King's heart-wrenching screams echoed behind me. Leo Xiao, you bastard, you seduced my fiancé and made her team up with you against me. I was about to turn around when Serafina covered my ears. Don't look back. Keep moving forward. Serafina pressed her baseball cap onto my face and quickly pulled me away from the playground. We arrived at the parking lot behind the school. 2 dazzling laser pink sports cars stood out conspicuously among the rows of ordinary sedans. I can't imagine what it would look like for a 177-meter tall boy to sit in a pastel pink sports car. Pick one, and I'll take you out for dinner, movies, and a massage to relax. No refusals allowed. I laughed through my tears at her domineering attitude, feeling warmth in my heart. Then how about the pink laser-coated Bugatti Veyron? Would that be acceptable, young mistress? No problem, Leo. I'll call me whatever you want. As I settled into the passenger seat, my eyes were met with an all-pink leather interior. Even the steering wheel had a pink cover. I stared at her dumbfounded. She looked rather pleased with herself. How about it pretty, right, sis? Take a good look. Does this actually look good? And what S with this little fairy S exclusive seat sticker on the passenger side? Is it pretty or not? Serafina grew impatient when I remained silent. Pretty, very pretty. It would been convincing if not for the twitching at the corner of my mouth. Serafina took me to a restaurant, this time a moderately priced barbecue joint. What stood out was its entirely pink decor dripping with girlish charm. Once inside, I began looking around eagerly, leaving the podium sorrows far behind me. This time I took the menu and started ordering quite naturally. 1 portion of beef brisket, 1 tomahawk steak, 1 Angus Wagyu beef, 1 grilled mushrooms, 1 sweet potato chips, 2 cheesecakes, and 2 guava juices. You're paying for this meal since you ordered so much. Serafina shot me a glance. The two of us ate for just under $400. This meal was on me. Serafina, did your family go bankrupt? I asked curiously after paying the bill. Was this girl always throwing money around to show off? What has gotten into her today? And no, Serafina replied through gritted teeth. But it's fine. I should be treated you anyway. You helped me out big time today. So it's only right that I pay. I was just curious. Don't mind me. Serafina nodded with icy elegance. She then took me to a private massage parlor, claiming we needed to relax our stiff shoulders and necks. After the massage, she took me to see a movie. Surprisingly, she didn't book the entire theater, though she did buy 4 seats to prevent anyone from sitting near us. Something felt off. The whole day had been strange. The movie was great, but near the ending she excused herself to use the restroom. I watched the conclusion alone. Just as I stood up to leave the theater, all the lights that had just turned on suddenly went dark again. I was startled. Then 2 spotlights shone, one on me and another on the space in front of the screen. Serafina approached gracefully, the lights shifting along her path. Leo, I've been drawn to your fascinating soul since the day we met. You're unlike anyone else around me. You're vibrant, witty, and handsome. My gaze keeps involuntarily following you. I don't know when it started, but I no longer want to treat you as just a friend. Maybe I never did from the beginning because I don't have any opposite-sex friends. I have the same problem as you. I don't know where to park my Porsche either. So can you give me a chance to be your boyfriend? Disgusting. Serafina threw away the cue card in her hand. What kind of trash is this? I paid $800 for a professional rider, and this is what I get. Absolute garbage. She looked up at me, directly pinching my chin between her fingers. In one sentence, I've taken a liking to you. Starting today, you're my boyfriend, and I'm your big sister boss. After saying that, she leisurely pulled out a small box from her pocket. Seeing her take out a small box, was she about to give me an engagement ring? I felt inexplicably nervous too. She opened the box, and inside was a gold bar. This gold bar was personally selected by me at the store. My mom said, nothing makes a better gift than gold bars. They retain value and never go wrong. My dad absolutely loved it. Amidst the surrounding waves of cheers, I happily accepted the gold bar in front of so many witnesses, then took her hand in mine. The end.